Hello everyone, welcome to my channel WishInfinite. In this video, we will talk about basic data types in Python. So what is data type? Data type describes the kind of data a value represents, like a number, text, or true or false. Python uses the data type to understand how to store the data and what operations are allowed on it. And what are operations? So about that, we would be talking later into this playlist. And here we have different basic data types in Python, which are int, you can also call it integer, float, str, which is string, and bool, which is for boolean. So let's start with this int, which is integer. So an integer is a whole number without decimal. Let's see the practical example for this integer. So for that, let's go to VS Code. And here I've already created one ipynb file, which is data_types.ipynb. And before proceeding further, I would like to remind you that if you have not watched my previous video related to the Python installation, apart from that, we have also discussed that how to install VS Code, how to install different extensions like Python extension, Jupyter extension, and what is this Jupyter notebook with the extension ipynb file. So if you have not watched those videos, I would highly recommend you to watch those videos first. Now let's continue here. So now this is our ipynb file, and here to write the code, what we need to do, we need to click onto this code. Either you can click here or you can click here. Now previously we saw that how to create variables. Now we are talking about data types. So here let's create one variable. Here I am giving variable name as age. Then equals to, so this is our variable, and here we are going to put some value. So let's put 30 here. So now as this 30 is a number, so for this the data type would be int, which is integer. How you can check the data type? So for that we are having one function which is type. Here also I mentioned it into the document. We can check the type of any value using a type function. So let's use this type. So here hit enter and write type, then parenthesis. So to use the function, we need to provide this type and then parenthesis. And here we need to pass one argument, and the argument would be this variable name. And now let me run the code. But before that, don't forget to select kernel from here. For me, it is already selected. If it is not selected for you, so you need to select that first. Although once if you will select, automatically it is going to be selected for you. Now let's click onto this run. Here I am not printing, but as I am using notebook, so automatically it would be printing value of this particular function. Or if you will provide any variable here, that also it will print. Let's run it and see type is appearing as int, which is integer. So data type of this value is int. And here as this variable is storing int inside it, so its type would be int. And here for this positive number, the data type is int. Similarly, for the negative number also, the data type is going to be int only. Let's see that quickly. So here after this age, I will create one variable as count equals to, and here let's save -5. And here let's check type of this -5. So this count contains this value which is -5. So here we can directly provide count as the argument for type. Now let's run it and see again, it is appearing as integer. Rather than passing variable to this type function, you can also directly pass the data. Let's say if I pass -8 and run it, so again it is going to give us int only. For now, rolling it back to the variable name. And like this, you can try to pass different numbers here. It can be positive, negative, 0, and we are going to get type as int. And where this int data type is used for? So it is used for counting, for age, for quantity, for IDs. So multiple places it can be used, right? Wherever you want to use the number, it can be positive, 0, or negative. There our int data type will get used. Now coming on to the next data type, which is float. This one. So a float is a number with decimal. Let's see the example for that. Go to VS Code, and here let's create one more code block. Here I've clicked onto this code. You can also mouse over below the code cell, and here you will get this plus code option. Let me add some notes also for your future reference, as I would be uploading all the code onto the Git repository. So this was int data type. Here let me put double hash, so it would be appearing as heading. Click here. If you will provide single hash, the heading would be little big. If you will provide 3 hash, the heading would be little small. It would be heading 3. So like this, you can try this markdown. For now, I'm not focusing on to that. Now here, let's give the heading as float data type. Let me put double hash also. Now let's create one variable which is percentage. And to create the variable, I am using snake casing. If single word is there, we need not to provide underscore, right? And here we can provide any number with decimal. let's say percentage is 85.90. And now we can check type of this value. So here we will use this type, then within parenthesis we can pass this percentage, and here between this parenthesis we can pass the argument which is percentage. Now let's run this code and see data type is appearing as float. And similar to the integer, here we can also pass negative number with decimal. Here let me use this GDP equals to minus 0.4, and here let's check type for this GDP. Let's click onto this execute cell, and again see we are getting this float. Here we are not printing this types value automatically, it is showing it as the output as we are using this Jupyter notebook. So with this you need not to use that print function again and again. You can simply provide the variable name and you would be able to see it as the output here into the notebook itself. Let's say at the end, if I just provide the variable name, here I am not using that print, and if I will run it, so see value of this GDP got printed. So it would be easy for us to check the output quickly without printing it here into the notebook. If you will use that .py file, there you will have to use the print statement. Now similarly, try this float data type with different numbers with decimal. And this float data type is used for price, percentage, measurement. So at multiple places, this particular data type will get used. During our AI engineering course also, we would be using integer, float. And now coming on to the next basic data type, which is str, which is for string. This one. So a string is a text, it is written inside quotes. Let's see the practical example. Let's go to VS Code. Let's give heading here. Click onto this markdown or click here. Here I'm using triple hash just to show you. Now here let's write str data type. Then click onto this stop editing or just press escape. Automatically it will show you the notes. See, this heading is appearing little smaller than this in data type or float data type because we have provided triple hash. If you will use double hash, so it will give us heading 2 here. Now the size is same. Now here let's click onto this code, and here let's create one variable which is name equals to, and here we are going to put value which would be some text. Let's put WishInfinite here, and here let's again check type. So type parenthesis, and here we will pass an argument which is this name which contains data of type str. Now let's run it and see type is appearing as str, which is string. So any text which we provide within the quotes. See here we have put this double quotes at the starting and ending of that particular text. Similarly, we can use single quotes also. Let me use that. So here I will create a variable name as message equals to, and here I will put a sentence. Welcome to my channel. Comma I am putting, and then I will put this WishInfinite here. So welcome to my channel WishInfinite. This is a whole sentence between the double quotes. And here as I told, either we can use double quotes or we can use single quotes. This time I am just using single quotes. So it's up to you what you want to use, either the double quotes or single quotes. Just keep it consistent. There is no such hard and fast rule, but it's better to keep it consistent whatever you are using. Now let's check type of this message. So type within parenthesis message, and let's click on to run. And see the type is appearing as string. And like this you can pass any text, any sentence within quotes. It can be double quotes or single quotes, and for that particular value the data type would be str. And as this variable is containing that str value, so its type would be str. And this str data type can be used for names, messages, sentences, or at any place where you need to pass text. The data type would be str. And now coming on to the next basic data type, which is bool, which is for boolean. And this data type has only two values, which are true and false. Let's see the practical example quickly. Here below the cell, mouse over, click onto the markdown, and here let's give heading as bool data type. Press escape. Now again add one code cell, and here first let's see type of this true directly. So type and true. T would be capital here. If you will pass small t, so we will get error. See, after running code we have got this error, true is not defined. So you need to use capital T and then small r u t. Python is case sensitive, so you need to be careful here. Now let's run it and see type is appearing as bool. You can also save this true or false inside a variable. Let's do that. So let's create one variable is available. So is underscore available. So for an example, we want to check that particular item is available in the shop or not. So for that we can use such variable name is available, where we can pass true or false. So if item is available, its value would be true. So equals to, then true, P is capital. And now let's check data type. So here let's pass is available. Let's run it, and data type is bool. Let's create one more variable, is underscore robot equals to false. And here if you will pass this small f, you will get error. Let me print this is robot directly. So whatever the thing which we provide at the end will appear as the output. Let me run it. See, we are getting the error that false is not defined. So here we need to pass capital F. Now if I will print, so this false will get printed. We need to check type for this. So here for this type, pass this argument is robot. And let me remove this variable from here, otherwise it will just print false again. We want to print value of this function, which is type, where we have passed is robot, so it would be printing bool. And like this you can play with these data types. For integer you can pass different number. For float you can pass different number with decimals. For string you can pass any text or any sentence. You can use double quotes or single quotes. And for bool you can only pass true and false. And to check the data type you can simply use this type. Let me remove this GDP also, so that it would be printing value of this type function. And apart from these basic data types, we have some core data types, which are list, tuple, set, dictionary, and none. I will be covering these core data types into separate video. And guys, if you are finding this playlist helpful, let me know into the comments below. And feel free to share your suggestions. I would love to hear your thoughts. And now I will conclude this video here. But before we wrap up, let me give you a quick recap. So here we saw that data type describes the kind of data a value represents, like number, text, true, false. There are these 4 different basic data types, which is int, float, string, and bool. Where with the integer, we can pass any number, it can be positive or negative. With the float, we can pass any number with a decimal. Again, it can be positive or negative. With the str data type, which is string, we can pass any text or sentence within the double quotes or single quotes. And for the boolean, we can just pass true and false. And to check the data type, we can use this type function, where we will pass the argument directly that data or the variable which is containing that particular data. And we also saw there are some other core data types, which are list, tuple, set, dictionary, and none. We are going to talk about these 4 data types later. And that's it from my end. You can click onto this first card to go to the next video. You can click onto the second card to access this whole Python course. And stay tuned for my upcoming videos. If you have any comments, questions, or doubts, you can let me know into the comment section below. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Have a great day.